How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Fabledom, and welcome back to Nerdria. Things are going pretty well at the moment. We've got good old Eric One Eye running around doing his thing, making everybody that little bit happier. My hero is still away on a mission in another realm after being sent up the giant beanstalk. I've got absolutely no idea when he's due back. I have no idea what's going to happen when he gets back, or if he gets back. I guess there's no guarantee. We all know the story about what's at the top of the beanstalk, the giant beanstalk. So, you know, it might be good. It might be bad. It might have been a terrible idea to send him up there, but we will figure that out. Now, in other news, things are heading in the right direction. We have a decent little supply of stone bricks. We have 75 iron. We have some coal at long last. So we have everybody going around and doing their thing. You know, we're getting the resources that we need. But I do want to make sure that we're getting more and more fablings into more and more jobs. So we have a couple of coal makers down here that have nobody working right now. And I'm curious to see if we have any homesteads nearby that have no one in them. We absolutely do. We have two right there that have no occupants. So once we have some fablings move in, we can go ahead and send people down to work here, because right now, someone like Emily here is a commoner, and it turns out that Emily happens to live all the way over there. So it's a bit of a distance for Emily to commute to work. So we're not going to bother. We're going to wait for some peasants to move into these homesteads, and that is going to be good. But what I'd also like to do is maybe start working on this construction right here. It's going to need 100 planks. We have 31. It's going to need 85 stone bricks. We have 70. It's going to need 15 stone. We have 2. So maybe it would be an idea instead to go and have a look at some of our limits and see where we're at. So bread, for example, is limited to 50. Honestly, let's bring that up to 150. That seems like a great idea. Eggs are limited to 50. Let's bring that to 150 as well. Things like planks, 250. Stone bricks are 250. Do we have iron in here? I guess we don't, because iron isn't used, like iron ore isn't. Anyway, it's besides the point. Hopefully we can stock up on a bunch of those things though, and hopefully that's all going to go well. But let's see what this world event is all about. Fablings in need. So this is going to give me, if I give them 160 coin, it will give me 2 peasants, which I'm assuming, yep, 1 in there. In fact, that's both of them in there. So let's go ahead and get someone working down here, and we still need another one to come in to work in this other coal maker, but that's going to be progress. And progress in this instance is definitely a good thing. Now I'm noticing that a lot of my storage is full. My granaries down here are full. This is what we're looking for. A couple more peasants. My stockpiles up this way are full. It would be nice to do something about that. This stockpile, for example, can't be expanded any further, so we might want to get a new one up here. It might not be a bad idea to get a new one down here, since this one is mostly going to be wood. Although I don't know if I want a bunch more workers down this way. It might not be the worst thing, though. I suppose we could probably get away with it, right? We'll go in, we'll get ourselves, let's see here, I believe it is in, yep, resource production. And, I mean, we could do a stockpile. What way do I want to do? I guess I don't know if I care about this tree all that much. I suppose I don't. We'll just do this for this new stockpile. We'll get some people working down there at some point, and that'll be great. But I think my goal for today is going to be to build at least this set of condominiums so that we can start bringing in some more commoners. It'd be nice to get up to 150 as a small city and see what exactly that means, and see how exactly we get nobles in here as well, because that's something we've yet to play around with, and I've got no idea how it works. I also want to have a little bit of a look through here and just see if there's anything that I'm missing. So the blacksmith is going to use coal and iron to produce armaments. I would assume that armaments are going to be used by the different... I would assume it gets used by the different sort of military things, right? So this provides housing for soldiers. So that's the little barracks right here. Sword fighters will, no, the sword fighter grounds will train sword fighters. The archery grounds will train archers. The Mystic Mine generates wealth. Once built, there's a risk of trolls creating camps, so I think we'll hold off on that one. And the Arena of Trials is where we can gain powerful experience and rewards by challenging enemies at the arena. I do want to dabble in military stuff, but I want to do it in a way that's not going to be absolutely disastrous for me, so I might hold off on that at least until my hero's back. We have the Puppet Show, which is plus 20 desirability to an area. It employs 1 peasant or commoner. Upkeep is 10. This might be good to put in a space like this, where we're going to be doing a bunch more houses. I just don't know exactly where it should go. It could go in this corner as well, now that I think about it. Right about here, for example, would be interesting. Or even just here. It'll cover sort of this entire development, which might also be a pretty good idea. So I'll tell you what, let's absolutely do that. And let's get ourselves some roads just cutting around here, since I think that's going to be a pretty solid idea. And then in terms of other roads, we'll bring something out this way. And I think we'll just bring something kind of around this. And then this could maybe be another sort of condo development. In fact, I just did that wrong, didn't I? Let me demolish you. And instead, let me do some decorations back there. We can go for, well, I'm sure we've got something decent. I mean, we have obviously got the planted double things right there. We do have the bell tower, which we can build now. We have got the materials and the technology, but I think we'll just put this back there. And then this could be more condos. This could also probably be something like, where is it? The Laborers Guild. Guild laborers can carry more material and construct buildings faster than normal laborers. This might be a good little production space for that kind of thing. Or, well, I could expand the square a little bit and put the embassy in there. We don't need another hospital. And the bank, if I remember right, I said I want the bank to go here, right? So what do we need for the bank? Planks, which we don't have enough of, and stone, which we do have enough of. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. I've also apparently just completed a 4-star off-world mission. So mission completed, giant beanstalk. I can't help but notice that my hero is back with more health. What have we done? Danger was very high. Chance of success was 100. Mission successful. Fergus has done a great job. We've been rewarded with the Golden Goose Coop. Houses the magical goose known to lay valuable golden eggs. Okay. Well, that's kind of exciting. I wasn't really expecting that. Is that a, I don't know if that's a decoration or what exactly that is. I've got no idea where. Oh, produces coin from grain. That's kind of neat. What does that got as well? Is that +5 desirability to an area? That's very cool, actually. Okay. Well, I don't know where I'm necessarily going to build that right now. Being able to produce coin from grain does sound fun. Although I will say, our grain production kind of sucks. So I almost wonder if I should build a new farm down here. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is go into territories and see what we've got right now. So we have this whole space in the middle. Maybe we go and pick up this one and this one. And I can kind of get some farms into this space. We could do some farms back here as well. I think that would be good. This space up here, I really want to sort of keep this as an expansion for like the town that we have going on. So maybe up here could also be some farming space, since we do have farming in this area. It's all going to be a little bit far away from everything though, but I'm pretty sure that we could, you know, get enough bakeries and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully with enough bakeries and granaries and laborers and transporters, we'll be okay. I think for now though, we'll just focus in this space down here. So what I'd like to do is get myself a little gravel road, and we'll build it something like this. We'll go way just down to here. And that should be totally fine. We have an abandoned graveyard and we have a large stone deposit. But what I'd like to do, and what I think might be a good idea, now we have got this forester here. I wonder if I should move you. If I move that forester into like this space, it might be better, or just move you over here for now. I mean, we do have a lot. We could probably just get rid of a forester, right? I'm going to say we can probably get rid of this forester because we have got so much wood sitting around that I think we'll be fine. And does that give me someone? It does give me someone close by to work here. Anyone close by to work here? Yes and yes. Absolutely perfect. So everything down here, I believe, now has as many workers as it needs. Can we get someone in here that was closer by? We cannot. Okay. This stockpile has people. Good. Well, that's progress, and I'm very much okay with progress. What I would like to do then is get myself some rounded cobblestone roads. Or do I want to do this? I think I do. I think I want to bring a cobblestone road out to here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself some homesteads. Now, they're not going to be super desirable because we do have these guys nearby, but the desirability thing's not so bad. My thinking is we put a homestead here, and we'll do the usual tree, and we'll do the usual outhouse, and we'll build it. And then with 4 new homesteads out here, that gives me all of this space to play around with things like farms. And we do need that grain production, so we'll get ourselves a farm, and it can live, honestly, right here. Seems like a decent enough spot, or right about there. And we'll do some wheat. So we'll fill up this space, we'll fill up that space. This gives us 24 out of 40. We can kind of just keep going a little bit here. So we'll go up to about there. That gives us 40 out of 40. And that's, I mean, it's a lot of space, but I'm sort of okay with it. So we'll go ahead and build it. And then at this end of things, we should probably explore this abandoned graveyard, right? We should probably see what's going on with that. But I think what I'll do is I will put myself a farm right here. This one I'm going to say is wheat as well. And that gives us 20 out of 40. And then we'll just go back like this. That should be what, 39 out of 40? Can I get one in there? I absolutely can. Okay, so that's our 40 out of 40. We'll build you as well. And my hope is that that's going to be enough. But I guess what we could do is also build a windmill out here, which might not be a terrible idea. So we'll put a windmill right here. We'll get ourselves a little gravel road to just sort of run around that thing, since I think that'll be a great idea. Also looks like a little gravel road cutting across here might be a bit of an idea as well, so they can get straight across. And I think that's a really good amount of construction, although what we might want to do, well, do I want to put a bakery out here? I probably do, right? I mean, we have some grain in storage. Does grain go into a granary? It does. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go and we build ourselves another, well, how big is a bakery? Okay, so a bakery is this size. Let's build a bakery, I guess right there is a decent enough spot for a bakery. And then behind it, I want to build a granary right at the back. We'll get a little road that just sort of loops around this whole thing. And what we can do is set that granary to only store grain and maybe flour as well. In fact, would it be an idea to get a second granary for the flour? Maybe. We'll do grain and flour in that granary, and that should be enough. Now let's see what this world event is. It's about time we did some celebrating. When times are hard, a good festival can get everyone back on track. When times are good, well, things are good, a festival's even more fun. Let's absolutely do it. Let's also speed the game up a little bit. It's been running at normal speed this entire time, so we're up to 94 happiness right now, which is amazing. We've got these homesteads coming in super quickly as well, which is fantastic. Hopefully the construction down here won't take too much longer. And let me just double check that all of our negative stats from this stuff is perfectly fine. Yeah, it looks like that's not really gonna be a problem. So these homesteads will be just fine. Now, something that I'm kind of keenly aware of is the fact that we never seem to have planks. So let's start doing something about that. We are going to have a lot of fablings living out this way. So let's get ourselves another lumber camp. This will replace, obviously, the one that we just got rid of. I'm going to put it right out here. So just right out here is the perfect spot for it. We'll do the forester right next to it. We'll build it. And we'll get ourselves a little road that just runs out to here and like that. So that's going to give us a perfect forester in that space. I would like a sawmill as well. I think a sawmill right in here would be a fantastic addition. So we're going to build a sawmill right about there, and that'll be totally fine. We'll get ourselves a little gravel road that runs between these guys, just like this. And we can maybe do, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do just a single little stockpile here. I think that would be kind of silly. So what I might actually do is cancel the construction of this sawmill. I'm going to move it to this side and we'll go ahead and build it. In this area, I'm going to build another granary. So we are going to do the split. One is going to be flour, one is going to be grain. That'll be our sawmill. That'll be our lumber production. And then for a stockpile, it can go, I guess, in here. I mean, we have got 2 stockpiles down here, so I would actually maybe consider not doing this, and maybe we don't need to do this. So we'll go ahead and let that all build. It's a whole lot of production, but hopefully it's going to be good for us. Let's also go ahead and get some people working in here. They're all nice and close by, which is great. And we do have 3 unemployed fablings. Are they close by for this place? Oh no, we've only got... Okay, apparently no one can work in here. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's because we have commoners. Okay, well, in that case, no one's going to work on this farm right now since no one nearby can do it. That's honestly okay. That is by no means the end of the world. Now, the reason I want to do all of this, the reason I'm trying to focus on all of this is because I'm thinking we probably do want a proper stone quarry for this deposit down here, given how little stone we tend to have. Now, we do have 88 stone bricks. We have 149 iron. We'll bring in some more peasants, but we're still out of coal. We're still struggling on that front, which is a problem. And it's a problem for a couple of reasons. The main one for me is I want to build this thing. I really do. We don't have the planks though, and we don't have the stone. So that's kind of why we need that plank production to pick up a little bit. Now, what is this? Times have been hard. We've tried our best to put food on the table, but we're out of options. Okay, pork and bread? All right, sure. I could definitely use some nobility, so we'll do that. And I guess while we're here, let me send my hero down to have a look at this abandoned graveyard and see if there's anything we can do with it to maybe clear it out. I also, oh, there he is. I love him. Good old Fergus, man. Good old Fergus. He's got nothing new, which is fine. We probably need to get a blacksmith to do something with him, but we'll see. I mean, we do have a lot of iron as well. In fact, you know what I'm going to do with all that iron that we have right now? I'm going to keep the game paused because I want to see what Fergus does down there. I want to build these kingdom flags is what I want to do. And by the way, a couple of people pointed out, I asked a while ago if anyone knew what band I was talking about with the logo on this thing. It's Ghost. Of course it's Ghost. But yes, I absolutely obsessed with that band. Absolutely fantastic. And highly recommended if you haven't ever listened to Ghost. And don't take it too seriously. Just it's meant to be a little bit goofy sometimes. Is good old Ghost. So just as an FYI. But yeah, we'll get those banners in there. We could probably do with a few more benches as well. I did also see a couple of comments talking about the fact that we're doing so much with decorations around here to try and make this place look nice that it's giving some like theme hospital Galacticare kind of vibes. And yeah, I'm sort of on board with that. I will say I don't know if I can actually build these benches here. Yeah, one or more entrances are unreachable, so I actually can't build these guys here, which is really unfortunate. I'd really like to do that, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be a choice. And I, for the life of me, can't seem to click on that. There we go. Love bench. We're going to cancel you. But I could come in here and do a little bench like this, just sitting looking out at the water. That might be kind of nice. We could do a little love bench just over here as well, sitting looking out at the water as well. I think that'd be pretty good. Can I do one here and here as well? Absolutely. That'll be good. I think that's acceptable as far as I'm concerned. I can deal with that. So we'll see how long it takes for all that to get built. Oh, what is this? We have, yes, we want to honor the dead. So spend coin and we will receive a decoration. We got the clock tower. Ooh. Now that is, I would assume, a fairly substantial decoration, right? This guy? So it is 10 iron, 20 stone. It looks, wait, that's not the clock tower. That's the bell tower. Is it? It's not the same thing, is it? Did I go past it? Am I imagining it? Is it part of a condo? Hold on a minute. Do I have to go over here? So it is not a part of the condo. No. Am I imagining? Wait. Oh, it's right there. It's right next to the bell tower. I am, in fact, sort of blind, apparently. This thing looks great. Like, this would look really cool there. And I'm very tempted to do that, actually. I've got to be honest. Or even in there. Although, oh, that's actually a really good, you know what? First off, bring in those visitors. Second off, let me get rid of this tree and let me build the clock tower in here. We do have the materials for it, so we're just going to put it right there. It might take a little bit to build, but I'm very much on board with that. We also have this farm up and going now. Do we have the people for it? We absolutely do, so we'll get them working in there. We have this guy. Do we have anyone nearby to work in you? We do. So that's going to be some flour production down here, which is fantastic. We obviously have the wood production already as well. And we just have to wait for, well, the same thing we're always waiting for, which is a huge amount of stone, because my stone production is apparently terrible. I don't really understand why. I guess you're kind of far away from this quarry. There's someone replacing you that's actually closer. And then for the stone camp down here, you guys are relatively close by. My stockpiles are looking full in there as well. Man, I don't know. Maybe we do need to make a bit of a rush towards getting this thing up and going. So we have the camp, we have the quarry. So this guy would live here, basically, and it would essentially make the entire nearby area uninhabitable, which would kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie, but we might have to do it. We also have the witch cursing us again, so everyone is a skeleton once again, except for Fergus, because he's far too strong and doesn't really deal with that kind of nonsense. I love this. I love the skeletons. It's my favorite thing. I wish I could have just a settlement of nothing but skeletons. I'm not gonna lie, I think it would be hilarious. But I think what we'll do is let's get this quarry down here. I think that'll be a good idea. We probably don't need more woodcutters, though we do have this really nice forest that we could play with. But I think we'll pass on it. I will get a little road down here, and I will get myself a stockpile in here as well, because I think that would be a fantastic idea. I'm hesitating because I really might do some wood cutting down here just while we have the space, or I could do some other productions as well. We'll bring in these visitors because we might as well. We're at 150. Hey, we got 600 coin. We get the marketplace, which is dynamic storage space. Marketeers can carry a lot more resources than other workers. We got the prismatic liquid extractor, which is gathered from the attached pool. Once depleted, the structure loses functionality. We get the grand theater, which again, Phantom the Opera right here. It's just the first thing my mind goes to. We got the grape farm and the juicery. Okay. Well, we can absolutely deal with it. That seems to be everything unlocked in here. Is that everything unlocked everywhere? It is not. We have to be a city for the stone walls. We have some things in here. We have a circus tent for a small kingdom. Interesting. We have concert halls and malls. That looks like it's going to be the Globe Theater. Very much okay with that. We have the mall for a kingdom. Essentials are all unlocked. There's everything in there. Food production's all unlocked. And the palace main hall. Ooh. Okay. Well, there's some very interesting things in there to play around with. But I think we do need to look at resource production. We probably, since we're mining iron out here, maybe it would be an idea to put a blacksmith out here. I know it's a little bit far away from everything, but the iron's not that far away, so I think we can maybe get away with this. So we'll do be a blacksmith right there. What else have we got that could be useful? Stonemasonry, I don't think we need more of, since we have, you know, plenty of stone bricks and no stone. I don't really need to be consuming more of that. The marketplace. So this is desirability. Now this thing I feel like should probably also go all the way over here. It's also 5 by 5, so maybe this becomes the time that I get myself another new tile. So if I grab this one, for example, and I'll grab this one, and I'll grab this one as well. We'll just get all of them. My thinking on the marketplace, which is made from a lot of planks and stone, is it would look pretty cool here. Just right in the middle of everything. And we could put some more buildings around it. I think that'd be a great idea. I just don't know if I need it yet. It is good for storage though, apparently, so we definitely could. I feel like I'm getting away from building what I actually want to build, which is this whole thing, you know? We also got the puppet show, which honestly I'm kind of here for it. Can we get someone working there? We absolutely can. No, I don't know. I do feel like we're getting away from, you know, what my focus was, which again was building all of this stuff, but we don't have planks, so maybe I should focus in on maybe I should focus in on building this thing right now. Maybe that's what we do. We saw an enormous creature in the water. Maybe if we try extra hard, we might be able to get lucky and catch it. We're not quite sure what to do with it afterwards, but let's not dwell on the future. So this is going to give me a bunch of fish. Hold on a minute. So what do I need to do? I need to gather a bunch and build a fisherman's hut. Okay. Well, that we can do since we just got all this body of water up here. It might be a better idea though to instead go and get this territory and build a fisherman's hut up there instead, since it's a little bit more accessible. So if we go in here and go to fisherman's hut, my hope is that, ooh, is it bad if they overlap? I really don't know if it is a good or a bad thing if the like zones overlap. I guess it's probably not ideal, but it's also probably not the end of the world, right? I would hope. We'll go for here. We'll build it right there. We'll make that a priority and we'll get ourselves some roads that lead out to it. So what we'll do is something like this. We'll get ourselves, oh, we can't do a little road that goes across the front. Okay, well, this is going to be the connection to that fisherman's hut. And that will hopefully help us out. We already have 10 out of 50 fish. We also have a bet in stone. I made a bet with my brother that the kingdom I live in can gather more stone than his. Yeah, we'll gather 40 stone, I'm sure. At least I sincerely hope that we'll do it. We do have a lumber camp down here, though. And I was thinking, since we have some pigs nearby, why don't we just get a pigsty out here? It's not really desirable, which is good, because nothing else in this area is going to be desirable anyway, so I figure it kind of makes sense. Obviously, it does use planks, which we're still in short supply of, but I think that's all right. We can get a couple of workers out here who are, what is your name? Liam Nielsen? Okay. All right. Okay. Perfect. All right. So he's a peasant. I guess he probably does live a little bit far away from this though, huh? I don't know that I want to build houses down near all of this. I mean, we have the iron quarry here. We have this guy here. The best place we could build some houses would be like this area. And then they're also really far away from stuff. Or down here, I guess. Sort of away from the farms a little bit. That might not be a terrible idea. What is that? 1, 2, 3 tiles back. So if we were to go and do a little road here, for example, and maybe a little road here as well, just to mark it out, we could do some houses back here, which I guess wouldn't be a terrible idea because we are going to want people working down here, right? So, or well, yeah, we are going to want people working down here. So we'll give them, do I want to do slightly larger yards? I suppose we could. I guess it might make them a little bit happier. We'll give them like dog houses as well, and we'll get that built. We'll do the same thing here. We'll give them an outhouse this time and the tree. And then on this side, we'll do this tree and a clothing line. And that'll be all right. So that'll be room for a decent number of fablings. At the very least, we do have this up and going. And I suppose getting some more storage down here wouldn't be the worst thing either. So, well, that's the question, isn't it? Now that I think about it, because we have got the marketplace as an option. We have got the laborers guild as an option, and the laborers guild laborers can carry more material and construct buildings faster. We definitely should start looking into this. I really think we should, but for now, I'm going to do a stockpile here with 3 little platforms around it. I am going to do a granary right next to it. And then in front of those houses, we'll do a little bit of decoration just to make it a little bit more pleasant. Something kind of like this should be pretty good. These pigs will get moved into the pigsty once it is built. And you know, given this is all quite far away from everything, ooh, we did the bent in stone, good. We should probably upgrade this road as well. So it's a little bit faster for everybody to get down there, which is kind of what we're looking for. I also hadn't realized all of this has been built. This actually looks kind of cool. It's a nice little production area. Very much okay with that. Do we have anyone that can work in the bakery? You are a commoner and are very far away, so no. Okay, so that tells me that we do in fact need to get more houses into this area as well. Or we just get more down this way, which I totally forgot to give a well to. Okay, well, well. Once again, this is just a repeat of water pipes from City Skylines. That's all this is. We'll get a well right about there. We'll bring a road back like this and sort of around. We'll get ourselves a well maybe here as well. And I guess we'll just do some more homesteads out here as well so that we have plenty of people living down here. And that's hopefully going to be enough. We are trying to destock some of our resources. Me and my 2 brothers each had a house made of a different material, but recently a nice looking wolf came by and suggested we don't really need one house each, so we thought we could demolish one and sell the resources. Interested? Okay, so I could get some grain, which would be, I mean, a lot of grain would be nice. Getting 60 planks would be kind of great as well though, so I'm gonna say the planks are kind of more important right now because it's gonna go towards constructing my new townhouses. So we'll put the planks right about here. And you know, I think I am gonna go ahead and say, let's start building. Is it this one or is it the corner? Which one's cheaper, I suppose is the question I should be asking realistically. They're actually, well, I think this one, no, they're exactly the same. Okay. All right. Okay, that's great. Let's start building the corner. In fact, let's start building both of them. To hell with it, we'll build both. And that's gonna massively boost the population at some point, but it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. I know that's reckless, I know that's silly, but we gotta do what we gotta do. That's kind of where we're at. We also really gotta build this well down here, which is gonna be taking its sweet time. We do, at the very least, have this stockpile going. So let me get someone working in there and so this is going to be dealing with, you got the lumber camp and we've got the stone quarry. So let me say, I'm going to turn everything off for a second. And you are just going to store wood and stone because they're really close by. That seems like a good idea. You are just going to be storing I guess grain and flour for this one since it's a little bit of a ways away. I guess we can also do pork in here. In fact, only pork in there might be the better idea. No, we'll do grain and flour because this is not going to be producing enough. This guy is going to be set up to do, let me see. So you're right next to the bakery. You can do, we might need another one for storing bread, but you're going to do flour. This one is only going to do grain. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that plays out. We do have people working there. We should get someone working in this sawmill to start bringing up the production. We'll bring in more people as well. So we should have plenty of people living down this way. Let me get someone into that granary. We have a couple of people unemployed at the moment. So you two can work the granary. You are super far away, so you are not going to be working that stockpile. But I wonder, are you super far away from the bakery? Yes, you are. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to be someone working up this way. You're kind of far. Well, no, none of you guys are actually far away from anywhere that you're working up here, which is really unfortunate. I was hoping that some of you would be, But no, everyone seems to be... Oh, look at that clock tower. That looks great. I just noticed it was there. It does seem like everyone is relatively close to where they work. So we might just have a couple of people left unemployed because there's nowhere close by for them to go. But honestly, that'll probably be fine. So something I'm thinking about, given that we are growing the population quite quickly, is the fact that we are getting kind of low on vegetables. Now, obviously, we have a lot of fish. We have some pork, we have some eggs, we have some bread, and all that should continue to grow a little bit. But I think it might be an idea to just look at getting some more farms out this way. So a little farm right here. We'll give it some pumpkins, and we'll just see if we can fill out sort of this space. That's going to be 40 of 40 right there, and we'll build it. And that's going to be great. On this side, I would like to sort of do exactly the same thing, which apparently it is going to be giving me some trouble. There we go. We'll do beets on this side. And it can go out to there, which is 32 out of 40, which, I mean, realistically, I really should try and make it maxed out, but I'm not going to. We're just going to extend this little road right down here, and that'll be fine. We do have this wishing well, which is an encounter that my hero can interact with. We'll do that shortly, because I'm going to bring a road down here and down to there. And I'm going to actually upgrade this this whole stretch of road, because I think that's going to be a great idea. Same with pretty much this entire stretch of road, because it runs the entire way down to there. Same with maybe this guy. And you know what? We'll do that bit, and that bit as well. So this gives us a really nice amount of space for some more farms that I'm absolutely looking for. So we'll do a farm right here. And again, we'll go for cauliflower this time. And let's see what kind of size we can go for. So this gives me 32 out of 40. So I could do, what, 8 more in this place? So we'll do 4, and we'll do 4. That gives us 40 of 40, which is fine. And then I guess we go and interact with the wishing well, see what exactly that's about. And we'll also need some people living out here. So we have this homestead here, for example. Let me get another one just in this little space. We'll do the usual sort of mix of a tree. And you know what? We'll give them a chicken coop this time just to be a bit different. So that'll be one little homestead. Out this way, we can kind of do exactly the same thing. So a little homestead here. We'll give them a tree and a beehive. There's my my hero coming out to do his thing. So let's see what exactly the wishing well is all about. To the untrained eye, this well might easily be dismissed. However, there seems to be something more to it. Are those coins shining at the bottom? If we throw in a few coins, we get a decoration. Throw in several coins, we get another decoration. And throw in many coins. You know what? I'll throw in many coins. We'll get the maze garden. Okay. It also got rid of the wishing well, which is what I was looking for. So I'll move my hero down that way. And we'll get ourselves another farm. We'll get ourselves, let's see, what are we putting around at this time? I guess carrots. So we'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll just try and fill in this space as best we can. So that's 36 of 40. That's 38. That's 40 of 40 right there. We'll go ahead and build it. So that'll be 4 farms up in this space. What we can do is just go around them as best we possibly can and make them a little bit nicer. We could do this, for example. We'll say tree and doghouse on that one. We've got a little bit of space up here that we can play with. So we'll go and say, you know, homestead with a nice little yard. We'll say tree, and you know what? We'll do 2 trees on this one just to be a bit different. We have this space down here as well. So we might as well just continue to... Oh, that space is a little bit less desirable though. So maybe not. You know what? We'll see how it goes with what we have here for now. What have we got? Stack them higher. There's rumors going around that the Fablings are lazy. We need to gather iron planks and stone bricks. We'll give that a shot. We've also got my childhood friend can talk to the flying pigs in the realm. It's cute, but she ends up overdoing it and now has way too many pigs at home. Are you interested in some? Adds a pig herd to the realm, can create another pigsty. You know what? Yeah, we'll absolutely go for that. That seems like a great idea. We are super low on vegetables right now, which is really, really concerning. But My hope is that once we get all this going, we might be okay. We're also starting to run low on fish and starting to run low on a lot of things. So let's hope for the best on all of this, I guess, is kind of what we're going to be doing. We'll bring in some peasants and start getting the people, people to work down here as well. We have the pigsty up and going. This lumber camp isn't going. Stockpile and granary. I mean, the stockpile could use some people. This farm could use some people. That'll be some grain, which will be great for the bakery, which could use a fabling as well. So you out of the farm, you into the bakery. Let's try and get that all going as well. Same with these granaries up here. They're going to need fablings too. But hopefully we don't starve to death, because that's my worry right now, is that I really have overdone it and that we're going to starve to death. That'd be really awkward if after everything I've done to try and make this little kingdom a little bit better, we sort out the coal problem, we sort out the stone problem, we sort out the iron problem, we sort out the planks problem and the wood problem, but we just starve to death. We have a lot of resources for building, there's just no one to build because they'll starve to death. Let's hope we can avoid that.